2018 Honda Clarity Review. The plug-in hybrid Clarity could be the obvious selection for its range, efficiency and comfort. The 2018 Honda Clarity range now includes plug-in hybrid and electric versions that join the Clarity fuel cell. All versions from the Clarity share precisely the same basic design, era front-wheel drive, Fords or sedans that happen to be similar to Accord in proportions. But the three variants vary widely inside their power sources and driving range. The Clarity fuel cell debuted this past year. It's a power car that, as an alternative to being recharged by the plug, generates electricity from compressed hydrogen stored agreeable. By combining the hydrogen with oxygen from your air, the fuel cell emits water and electricity as byproducts. This setup allows the Clarity fuel cell being refueled in 35 minutes for travel nearly 366 miles. These figures far outshine the recharging a serious amounts of range of any battery electric vehicle in production today. Though the Honda Clarity fuel cell is undoubtedly NC's Tech-Driven Award winner due to its innovation, it uses fledgling hydrogen refueling infrastructure and is also sold only in California. A more versatile plus much more widely available model would be the Clarity Electric, which continued sale late within the 2017 model year. It's a battery electric vehicle exactly like other Fs such as Nissan Leaf. But its driving choice of just 89 miles is disappointing, as well as look elsewhere first in case you are paying on an electric vehicle. That leaves us while using Clarity plug-in hybrid, the newly introduced and final piece on the Clarity triad. Comparable to vehicles like the Chevrolet Volt or perhaps the Toyota Prius Prime, the FF is often a plug-in hybrid that may recharge at home and drive an estimated 48 miles on pure electricity before it switches onto regular hybrid gasoline power. Of the three Clarity versions, the plug-in hybrid could be the most convincing and has now the broadest interest consumers. It's comfortable, incorporates a solid quantity of electric range, and really should serve you well like a frugal and well-equipped hybrid. What's new? After the addition from the Clarity Electric battery electric vehicle in late summer 2017, a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle FF variant joins for 2018. Among these versions, the Clarity plug-in hybrid definitely makes the strongest case for itself. And on the list of two trim levels, we say stick while using base one and forego the touring trim's leather seats and navigation. Options are tied to accessory items, with the exception of the rear parking sensors that WEDA suggest adding. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Honda Clarity emerged in three distinct versions that differ in the way they provide propulsion: electric, fuel cell and plug-in hybrid. Honda provides the electric and fuel cell in a mere one trim level, however the plug-in hybrid can be purchased in two trims. The Clarity plug-in hybrid starts you off either in base or touring trim. Both include a 1.5-litre four-cylinder gasoline engine paired to electric motor hybrid system total system, 212 horsepower, 232 lb-ft, in addition to a 17 kWh lithium-ion battery. The electric-only range is estimated at 47 miles, and fuel economy for regular hybrid operation is 42 miles per gallon. The base trim features include keyless entry Unit 2, heated front seats, dual-zone automatic climate control, an 8-inch touch screen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 2 USB ports, an 8-speaker audio system, plus the Honda Sensing suite of driver assistance features. The touring trim adds power-adjustable front seats, leather upholstery, a navigation system, and remote climate control preconditioning. The Clarity fuel cell can be a single-trim model generously preloaded with pretty much all from the above features, though it incorporates a premium 12-speaker head unit. All Clarity fuel cell models are powered by an electrical motor 174 horsepower, 221 lb-ft that drives the top wheels. The tanks hold enough compressed hydrogen on an estimated 366 miles of emission-free motoring. If that suits you with simpler Clarity, the Clarity Electric is made for you. With an electrical motor 161 horsepower, 221 lb-ft driving the top wheels and also a relatively small 25.5 kWh lithium-ion battery beneath the back seat, the Clarity Electric would be the lightest Clarity of all. But its estimated variety of 89 miles puts it close to the bottom from the EV pack. Otherwise, it is just a well-equipped and fine driving car. Like the fuel cell, it is made with a single trim level. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically also comes in multiple versions which can be fundamentally similar. The S on this review derived from our full test from the 2017 Honda Clarity Fuel Cell Electric Fuel Cell, 1-speed direct drive, FWD. Driving. The Clarity isn't an exhilarating car they are driving, however it is accessible and straightforward to deal with in everyday driving. Acceleration and handling are adequate but no more. Acceleration. Acceleration is quick enough for around-town driving, that is about it. At higher speeds, there isn't a whole lot more on tap. In our testing, the Clarity took 8.4 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour. We noticed appreciably slower times in back-to-back acceleration runs. Braking. The brakes operate normally during casual driving but continue to feel unnaturally springy and disconnected under moderate to heavy braking. There isn't much regenerative braking effect when lifting from the accelerator. It needed 129 feet to avoid from 60 miles per hour, which is really a middling result. Steering. Its steering is direct and has now a tangible build-up of effort around center but is quite numb overall. Quick inputs are met but has a fairly muted reaction. Still, the Clarity is clearly superior to its rival, the Toyota Mirai, on the subject of steering feel. Handling. The Clarity feels heavy and not ponderous. Fears reasonable composure when cornering at modest speeds. Handling is deliberate instead of spry. Its ultimate grip is respectable, but it's not a car which would have you seeking canyon roads. Drivability. As it works as a power vehicle, this car is docile and also easy to experience. It accelerates smoothly at a stop directly. There aren't any gear changes to get rid of the power flow. Its cruise control, however, struggles a set speed when going downhill. Comfort. Its electric propulsion is quiet. Operation in the fuel cell powertrain is a bit more audible compared to a battery EV, however it is endearing in lieu of annoying. Its seats are soft, plus the ride quality is acceptable. Seat comfort. The front seats have very soft padding, as well as the perforated center sections try not to offer much when it comes to lateral support. The back seat is fairly comfortable, however the bottom cushion is almost short, so longer-legged passengers might find them uncomfortable. Ride comfort. The Clarity carries a soft ride quality, bordering on floaty. It's comfortable most from the time, though the suspension struggles to manage the mass in the car when driving on bumpy roads. Its ride motions are exaggerated and require more on the available suspension travel. Noise and vibration. Wind noise is barely heard, making for civilized freeway travel. A bevy of unusual powered rainwares appear and disappear but are muted, driving them to more of a curiosity. Road noise may be the most prominent thing you hear, using a variety of sounds making their solution to the cabin. Climate control. The climate control interface includes buttons and knobs with redundant controls by having a touchscreen interface. The auto function is successful, plus the heated front seats have 3 levels. The back seat vents are placed on back from the center console. Interior. This is usually a car which could transport 4 people comfortably, and 5 inside a pinch. Its sizable cabin provides ample room for occupants which is easy to reach. Visibility is fantastic for the most part, although standard rear view will assist when reversing. Is useful. Most from the control buttons are very easy to reach and they are clearly labeled. The push-button gear selector is not as quick to use like a traditional one, though its location inside the Clarity is much better than in other Honda vehicle applications. The touchscreen isn't quickest responding either. Getting in, jetting out. There's little trouble getting into the Clarity, plus the roof won't appreciably impede front or rear entry. The back seat is that much easier to access. All 4 entryways have a grab handle. Driving position. For those that like to feel ensconced within the driver's seat, the seating position will feel a tad high, even at the smallest setting. The tire is sized right and seamless comfort in your hands, though some drivers might wish the column telescoped out more. Roominess. There's ample headroom at the start. In the back, only adults taller than 6 feet will discover their heads brushing on the headliner. There's a lot of shoulder room and decent legroom at the spine. Visibility. Forward visibility is fantastic thanks to a minimal beltline and cowl. Sizable corner windows and slim roof pillars also aid, so does the lane watch right side camera system. Rearward visibility suffers somewhat due to a high tail, but a distinctive second back window that peers from the trunk helps. Quality. The cabin style of simulated open-bore wood and suede accents suggests inspiration by high-end home entertainment systems. The muted tones look slightly dour, though. But overall the within quality is step ahead in the Mirai eyes. Utility. Its cargo area is superior to the Mirai's but fails to deliver of a conventional car's in dimensions and versatility. The Clarity also follows the normal Honda way of cabin space, providing a number of storage locations for small items. Car seat latch points aren't hard to work with. Small item storage. With a good size console bin, 2 big cup holders, door pockets, a glove box plus closet and a floating console, there's room for nearly any item you would typically use on a day-to-day basis. In back, you will discover small door pockets, smartphone pouches, as well as a flip-down armrest with 2 cup holders. Cargo space. Despite appearances, the Clarity carries a trunk, not just a hatch. The cargo area incorporates a nice wide opening but is not very deep by any means. Inside is often a shelf having a soft floor. The rear seats will not fold because there's a huge hydrogen tank within the way. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch points on outboard rear seats have obvious and easily accessed top anchors. The lower ones are tucked involving the seat cushions. These are soft and easily manipulated to succeed in the lower anchors. Technology. Smartphone integration and voice controls work well and therefore are a convenient method to not have to utilize the touchscreen interface, which can be a letdown. It's straight out on the Honda parts spin. Owners of close to this much pricier car deserve a lot better than the system that's in Honda's entry-level sedan. Audio and navigation. While the 8-inch touchscreen is sizable, its interface needs work. Basic functions take time and effort to use when moving. The graphics are a tad old school, as well as the screen flow could possibly be quicker. The menu structure within reason straightforward, but touch targets are small as well as the volume slider is irritating. Smartphone integration. Bluetooth audio and call connectivity, a USB port that supports iPod, as well as an auxiliary jack as standard. Supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but transitioning between their controls and those from the Honda-controlled systems might be smoother. Bluetooth pairing is straightforward for audio and make contact with. Driver aids. The Clarity is flush with driver aids, a few of which prove useful keeping in mind you out of trouble. They add a multi-angle rear view camera with dynamic guidelines, adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning and mitigation, lane keeping assistant Honda Lane Watch. Voice control. The voice controls respond well to basic natural language and will control phone, nav and audio. For a modern-day system, you'll be able to press and support the voice button to bypass this method and get to Siri or Google voice commands via your paired smartphone.